Hello students, welcome back to PNMRC e-learning classes. Today we are going to learn part 2 of chapter number 6, Combustion and Flame. Students, in your textbook, figure 6.3, page number 66 is given, where it is asked that you might have heard that when a clothes of a person catches fire, the person is covered with a blanket to extinguish fire. Can you guess why? Answer to this question is, we wrap a blanket around a person whose clothes have caught fire to cut off the supply of oxygen, which eventually extinguishes the fire. However, the blanket must be removed immediately after the fire is extinguished so that the body can cool. Otherwise, it will lead to severe burn. Similarly, students, figure 6.4 is given in a yellow box in which forest fire is shown. And information is given that during extreme heat of summer, at some places dry grass catches fire. From the grass it spreads to trees and very soon the whole forest is on fire. It is very difficult to control such fire. Answer to this question is, during hot summers the hot air blows, which increases the friction between the dry leaves and trees and thus lead to fire as they rub against each other. Ignition temperature of dry leaves is very low. Students, about ignition temperature I will explain you in detail. Hence, during hot summers, dry leaves catches fire easily, resulting in forest fire. Now students, I will tell you history of matchstick. What is matchstick? Matchstick is a short, thin piece of wood having chemicals coated at one end, which is used to light a fire by rubbing against a rough surface. That is called matchstick. The history of matchstick is very old. About 5,000 years ago, small thin pieces of pine wood dipped in sulfur at one end were used as matchsticks in ancient Egypt. The modern safety match, that is matchstick, was developed only about 200 years ago. Earlier, a mixture of antimony trisulfide, potassium chlorate and white phosphorus with some glue and starch was applied to the head of a matchstick made of suitable wood. When the head of this matchstick was rubbed against a rough surface, white phosphorus got ignited due to the heat of friction. This started the combustion or burning of matchstick. White phosphorus is poisonous. So the use of white phosphorus in making matchsticks proved to be dangerous for the workers engaged in making matchsticks as well as for the users. These days the head of matchsticks, that is safety match, consists only antimony trisulfide and potassium chlorate. The rough rubbing surface on the sides of the matchbox has a coating of powdered glass and a little red phosphorus. Red phosphorus is much less dangerous than white phosphorus. When the matchstick is rubbed against the rough surface of matchbox, some red phosphorus is converted into white phosphorus. This white phosphorus immediately reacts with potassium chlorate in the matchstick head to produce sufficient heat to ignite antimony trisulfide and make the matchstick head burn. But students, if wood is heated a little, it does not catch fire. This is because wood has a much higher ignition temperature which is not reached by the little heat being supplied to it by a matchstick. From this, we conclude that the ignition temperature of kerosene oil is much lower than that of wood. Since kerosene oil has a lower ignition temperature and it can catch fire easily, we have to take special care in storing kerosene oil. The following activity shows that it is essential for a substance to reach ignition temperature to burn. So let us perform an activity. Students, now I will explain you about ignition temperature. This is very important topic. You must listen to me very carefully. Before a combustible substance can catch fire and burn, it must be heated to a certain minimum temperature by supplying heat from outside. The lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire and starts burning is called its ignition temperature. It is necessary to heat a combustible substance to its ignition temperature so that it may undergo combustion or burn. The ignition temperature of paper is 233 degrees centigrade. This means that a piece of paper has to be heated at least to a temperature of 233 degrees centigrade so that it may catch fire and start burning. A combustible substance cannot catch fire or burn as long as its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. Have you ever seen cooking oil catching fire when a frying pan is kept for a long on a burning stove? This happens because the cooking oil gets heated to its ignition temperature when kept over a burning stove for a long time. Kerosene oil and wood do not catch fire on their own at room temperature, but if kerosene oil is heated a little, it will catches fire. This is because the ignition temperature of kerosene oil and wood are higher than the room temperature. Now, if kerosene is heated a little, say by a burning matchstick, it will catch fire easily. This is because kerosene oil has a comparatively low ignition temperature which is reached even on little heating. We will now describe an activity which shows that it is essential for a substance to reach its ignition temperature to catch fire and start burning. Make two paper cups by folding two round sheets of paper. Keep one paper cup empty but put about 50 ml of water in the other paper cup. Heat both the paper cups separately over a candle flame that you can see in the figure. We will see that the empty paper cup catches fire easily and starts burning. On the other hand, the paper cup containing water does not catch fire. The water in this paper cup becomes hot gradually. We will observe that if we continue heating this paper cup, we can even boil water in it without the paper cup catching fire. These observations can be explained as when we heat the empty paper cup over a candle flame, then the ignition temperature of paper is reached quickly. Due to this, the empty paper cup catches fire quickly and starts burning. And when we heat the paper cup containing water, then the heat supplied to the paper cup is transferred to water inside it by conduction. Due to the continuous transfer of heat from paper cup to water, the paper cup does not get heated too much and its ignition temperature is not reached. So, in the presence of water, the ignition temperature of paper cup is not reached and hence the paper cup does not catch fire or does not burn. Now students, we will study ignition temperature of different substances. The ignition temperature of different substances are different. So different substances catches fire and burn at different temperatures. Some substances have low ignition temperatures, whereas other substances have comparatively high ignition temperature. Some of the substances having low ignition temperature are paper, dry grass, that is straw, white phosphorus, cloth, alcohol, kerosene, petrol, LPG, CNG and biogas. The lower the ignition temperature, the more easily the substance will catch fire. The substances which have a low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire with a flame are called inflammable substances. But some of the substances having high ignition temperature, and they are coal, charcoal, log of wood and cow dung cakes. The substances having high ignition temperature catch fire with difficulty. Thank you students. That's all for today's video. We will meet again in our next video with remaining topics of this chapter. Up till then, goodbye.